Forex Daybreak Podcast.
Good morning and welcome to episode 95. Forex pairs in this episode are EUR/USD. We have a trade here. We can expect a slight upwards move to complete this triangle. A pound dollar, we can expect more downside on this pair. And euro pound, what will be the next move in this pair? It is recommended that you will learn to read the market yourself and not just blindly enter trades based on my signals or from any other signal provider. I will not take responsibility from your trading losses or credit from your profits. Okay, that said, let's start this episode. So it begins 2016. We have a brand new $500 account ready for trading. So the $500 challenge begins today. So I'm going to trade with this $500 account with you every day in this podcast. I'm going to make everything as transparent as possible. I have a lot of new resources on my website. I will post reports of my progress. I also have 2 spreadsheets to help you out, and in which I'm going to monitor my progress and calculate my risk and also my lot sizes to trade with. So we can actually take a look at the other one. So here is the lot size calculator spreadsheet. I have this on my website for you to download. So if you go forexdaybreak.com/resources or click the resources tab on the navigation bar, and there's download section, you will find this and the other spreadsheet. So in this we can take the account size, put it here. I have now 500, so it shows that I should trade with 0.07 lot sizes initially if I have maximum risk for 35 pips and maximum account risk 5%. Also, it will show me how to progress with my lot sizes. So when my account hopefully grows, then I can increase my lot sizes. And you can of course play with these numbers and put your own amounts here depending on your risk tolerance and your account size. So this can be found from my website forexdaybreak.com. Now let's go to the charts. Another thing I want to mention, I have increased my pairs that I trade with to 11. So I have 3 new pairs: Aussie dollar, Swiss franc and euro Aussie dollar. So this will be added or has been added to my number of pairs I trade with. But now let's begin with EUR/USD. We have a trade here which I entered just now. It's now begin to be slightly on the profit. So I have posted this, or will post this to my signals group. So EUR/USD buy stop at 108.65. Stop loss 108.34, take profit 109.57. That is the trade I have entered in EUR/USD. And I just want to show you that we have the $500 account here. The trade is running a couple of dollars on the profit right now. And this is a real account that I'm trading with. As we go along with this, so I'm going to trade with this account every day, and this is only for the podcast, only for you, my audience. So last year I also traded my real account, but I had some long-term trades on that account, and also I had some mentorees that was a little bit making it complicated to report accurately what was the result of the trades. that I made in the podcast and the Signals group. So now I have dedicated this account and this podcast only for trading with you, my audience. So I hope we will have a nice educational journey when we go through with the trading on this account. So now I have a trade entered here, like I talked, and I'm expecting this triangle scenario to play out one more leg. To the upside is expected. The take profit level is near the upper part of the triangle trend line. Let's draw the expected pattern here. So we have from the 105 too low, which was the ECB surprise, if you can call it surprise. So we had a quite expected pattern. So we had a ending diagonal triangle and then this very steep, very sharp upwards move, 465 pip if I remember correctly. So that was the start of this corrective form. I have labeled this first peak as wave W, then a 3-wave structure to the downside as wave X down here, and now as we can see we have 3-wave structure as wave A of the triangle, then another 3-wave structure wave B, a 3-wave structure wave E, now a 3-wave structure as wave D, and we can expect one more 3-wave structure towards the upper part of the trend line I have drawn on the charts. So maybe our take profit level is a little bit too high, and this can of course be quite overlapping and nerve-wracking trade. So let's see how this develops and goes, if we have the nerves to wait for this to play out, or if we need to close this before. So I'm expecting close to 100 pip move, maybe 85 to 90 pips can be expected to be our profit if this plays out like I have drawn on the chart. And after that, of course, once the triangle has completed, we can expect next larger move to be to the downside and minute wave 5. So this would conclude minute wave 4, the triangle. So minute wave 5, a larger 5-wave structure can be expected to form after the triangle, the corrective triangle has ended and completed. And we are trying to trade this last leg of the triangle, get some profits, and then see the next larger trade to the downside and catch the 5th wave down of this pair. All right, let's see some other pairs. We can take a look at pound dollar. The pound dollar, if you remember in previous podcast, has been quite hard to figure out. We have been in some sort of a triangle or channel formation. If we zoom out a little bit so we can see. So from 158 to 18 we can see this narrowing channel. I have labeled it as waves 1 and 2 of a minute degree, and then now waves 1 and 2 of minuet, also a sub-minuet. So we can expect a lot more downside now that we have broken through from this channel to the downside. Price now 147.109 and looking very bearish at the moment. And this of course is supporting the view that we can expect a lot more US dollar strength on other pairs. Also in Euro USD we can expect soon the 5th wave down to start and complete the larger 5-wave structure. So I don't have any trades at the moment in pound dollar. I thought I start easy with only one trade today, so it's easier to monitor, easier to keep on track. And of course, once we see some development of some decent impulsive structure in pound dollar, we can of course also look for trades in this pair as well. Let's see euro pound as well, which has gotten even more complex. I have labeled minor wave 2 as ended, but this is starting to look more complex as we have seen more upside. The latest decline is not looking very impulsive. Of course, this can be counted still as waves 1, and perhaps now we can see some sort of sideways correction, maybe a flat correction forming here. As long as we keep below the recent peak, 0742 around is the minor wave 2 peak that I have labeled. As long as we keep below that, this wave count can be correct. If we make a new high, start to approach the 075 handle, then of course we have to make a revision. The long-term wave count also is not looking very plausible. So let's see what happens here. I haven't entered any trades here because the situation is so unclear. And according to this wave count, we can expect next larger move to be to the downside. Of course, this has been waited quite a long time. So let's see a euro pound how this develops. What will be the correct labeling here? So if we make a new high, the 0743 levels, and start to approach 075, which is the recent peak, which I have labeled as intermediate wave B. So if we go past that point, we can then or need to make a revision for this wave count, and this we are still forming the larger correction in that case. So maybe we will see that happening, or maybe not. At this point, hard to figure out. But as long as we keep under 0742, this wave count is still viable. Let's take a brief look at euro yen. The wave count here has been quite hard to figure out. I am still favoring the large triangle scenario. If we zoom out, we can see that we have a large triangle scenario here. Waves B, C, and D are visible here. You can draw it here. So minor degree waves B, C, and D. A, B, C also visible here on minor degree. So now expected move next would be to move towards the lower part of the trend line, maybe near 128.5 level, to complete the large triangle, and after that turn back up and form the next part of the triangle. Of course, there can be a similar structure here than in pound dollar, which has formed a large wedge-shaped channel. So of course there can be a similar structure here. This would mean that we have formed some impulsive structure near the previous low, and quite a rapid move higher from the ECB surprise statement all the way up to 134.58 would be a corrective structure, and now we have started the next impulsive wave down. So if we move towards 128.5 and start to move below that, penetrate the lower trend line and continue to decline. Also, if we can make out an impulsive 5-wave structure out of this decline, then this wave count is probably not correct. This has been also very hard to figure out what is the correct labeling here, but as of now, this large triangle scenario is my preferred wave count, and I'm expecting a decline towards 128.5 and then a reversal, and next corrective wave up can start. That's all for today. show notes at forexdaybreak.com/95. See you tomorrow.
forexdaybreak.com